Hello, everybody. This is your boy Culture, and you're watching At Brunch. I wanted to come on to express, to give my opinion on a few things that I've seen. One of them being the Breakfast Club. All right, so there was a young man that came on. I don't know his name. I'll speak about this again on Friday. But there was a young man that came on the Breakfast Club. I'm assuming yesterday or today. I'm not sure when the video was filmed, and he lives in Florida, and he's claiming that he's waiting on the storm Milton. I'm assuming that's the storm that's out there. So he went into detail of how the government is playing around and they're not doing their part and so forth and so on, and how people how they have not received any help, how FEMA is not doing the things that they're supposed to be doing. Well, I spoke about this last week on my podcast Friday in reference to FEMA. And we all know that FEMA, just like any organization pretty much for the government, um, hold on for a minute, guys. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, let me call you right back. I'm on my podcast for a minute. So as I was saying, guys, I spoke about FEMA. We all know that FEMA, that just like any government organization and funding and what have you, uh, things are not always going to go your way. Okay, let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it 100. Let's keep it a fucking buck. Okay, I don't expect. I experienced a tornado last year, um, in the town that I live in, and there was nothing. I applied for FEMA, even though I didn't get nothing from FEMA, I'm over it. But I removed myself from the equation when I knew that the tornado was coming. You know what I mean? And actually, I was in class that day in nursing school, and they let school out early because the tornado. There was multiple tornadoes that were going to drop. The point that I'm trying to make is that the guy came on and started spitting out all kind of venom, is what I'm gonna call it, because he's mad because he didn't get no money. Now he started throwing in immigrants and migrants. They're getting $10,000 in food stamps and $5,000 in cash and what have you, bruh. Y'all, y'all black people, my black people, y'all need to stop it. Cut it the fuck out. Okay? Take ownership for your own shit. You choose to stay in Florida knowing that that storm was coming. I don't want to hear no crap about you couldn't leave, you couldn't afford to leave. I'm sure you can afford to do anything else that you want to do in that state. Okay, where you're at currently. You had more than enough time to bring your ass to Georgia. You have more than enough time to shoot your ass on up in New York. You have more than enough time to take your ass on over to Texas or whatever the case may be, wherever state you wanted to be. I'm speaking to the brother that came on the Breakfast Club. That's who I'm speaking to, because I listened to your recording, and from the way it sounded to me, it sounded like you were crying wolf. Woe is me, woe is me. You didn't get the $10,000 in food stamps. You didn't get the $5,000 in money. The government sitting there playing. Y'all had a storm that just came through the other day. So you had did happen the other day just before this hurricane. And you're telling me when they announced that the hurricane was on trajectory state, you didn't decide to hop in your car and leave. But do that you need to do and need to make sure that they are safe. To me, bro, I want it for you. Me, it's cowardness. And then you have people like Charlemagne the God I'm going to got my. You got Charlamagne out here, and egg on because the man, because Kamala Harris didn't come on their show, because this is what this is all about. And the man said that he don't care if it's Democrat or Republican. He just mad because they're not out there helping him the way that he thinks. It don't work that way. It doesn't always go that way. It doesn't always go that way. You're not gonna always get what you want. But what you can do is be a man that you sound like you are and do the things that you need to do to ensure that your safety is first. It's not the government responsibility to get you out of the state. Not when the news media and everything else has informed you that this, that, and the other is on its way. So I'm sorry. I don't feel no sympathy for you. And I don't care who don't like what I'm saying. I don't care who doesn't agree with it. It's okay. Everybody has a right to their opinion. My opinion is just this. He had enough time to evacuate that state. Don't throw it on the government. And I'm not defending them just because it's the government. I'm defending what makes sense and what doesn't make sense. You choose to stay in that state. For whatever reason you choose to stay, you choose to stay. And Charlamagne and DJ Envy, y'all need to get your finger out your ass. And stand up for what's right. Correct the brother and ask him the questions. Hey, did you take the necessary precautions or the necessary steps to make sure that you leave the state? Okay, I don't want to hear the song and the dance of you don't have no money or you can't leave, you can't afford to leave. That's a bunch of bullshit. Because you dudes down there, y'all people everywhere, not just there, but everywhere, just like Katrina, y'all choose to wait till the last minute to do things. Because y'all want the money. Y'all want that FEMA money, just like you got that COVID money. I see right. I heard the conversation. I heard right through the bullshit. Right through I seen the fine print that he was spilling. Like I said, what he was spilling was venom. And I wanted to come on and give my interpretation of that. Then I also wanted to bring on this guy. He has a podcast, I'm assuming, named Star. Okay? His name is Star. I don't watch the show. I just happened to see it on the timeline as I was going through. Like I said, I'm looking for commentary to talk about this Friday and Saturday and Sunday on my podcast. And I came across these things, and that whole little spill, that venom that dude spilled on the Breakfast Club today, when I seen it today, it might have been filmed yesterday, it might have been filmed this morning, I'm not sure. That shit was a bunch of bull crap. You know, because he called in there and they let him in specifically to be heard to cause confusion. Now, the government is one thing. Who you need to be blaming is your governor, bruh. The government only has so much power. The state itself, your governor has the power to make and move things. Okay, and your governor choose not to even come see the president or the administration when they came to Florida for the first hurricane. So if you're gonna call some shit out, call your government, your governor. Excuse me. Call your governor out, bruh. I'm gonna get your name and I'm gonna tag it on here. Because what you did was foul. Once again, you have a right to speak your opinion. This is true, but speak the fucking truth. Speak the truth. Yeah, FEMA's a bunch of bullshit. That part we know. That ain't just happened yesterday, today, last week, 2 weeks ago. That shit been going on for the longest. Okay, so you ain't just come to know this. What you need to do is that you need to take ownership for yourself and realize that you fucked up. You. So call into the Breakfast Club complaining, throwing daggers at everybody, throwing darts this place and that place, but not throwing none at your fucking self. Be a man. And also to the guy that I was initially trying to talk about, Star. The way that you went at what's her name? And once again, I'm not defending the what's her name? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Give me a minute here. The girl that's making all these allegations against Puffy and Jay-Z and what so have you. Um, Jaguar Wright. I don't I don't I don't believe nothing that Jaguar Wright says, although some things kind of made sense. They kind of came into fruition, but I don't believe nothing she say. But what I don't agree with is that this man came on there, and this is once again my opinion. I believe that Star, because that's his name. I'm assuming that's the name that I seen that was on the thing when I was watching the podcast. That little skit that I seen that he wanted to gain some popularity. I'm not saying that he's not popular, but he wanted to make a point, and he used Jaguar Wright as a target. Okay, now it sounded like to me that you were rooting for, the Diddy Did It team and all the other ones that's willing to throw different kind of propaganda out there to deflect what the truth is. You did not have to go at her like that and call her a bitch and all these other things that you did. That shit was uncalled for. She is somebody's mama. She is somebody's daughter. She is somebody's sister, what so have you. And you came from a woman. Now, being jokeful is one thing, but you just think she couldn't even get what she said out her mouth, and she never. From what I seen in the little part that I seen before you went in on her, before you went ham, she never. I don't hear when she disrespected you and called you out your name and called you, the N word and you're a sorry ass. This thing. She didn't call you none of that. You couldn't wait to go in on her, and you went in on that girl, and you called her every name out the book. You disrespected her like so many black men, so many heterosexual black men do to heterosexual black women, our queens. Y'all are foul, man. And you wonder why you're not respected. Men like you, Star, you wonder why you're not respected. I seen that, and I got enraged because I'm like, bruh, what if you want to pull some lies out of her, then do that. But you went in and started calling her a whole lot of bitches, and you gonna fuck her up, and you gonna bust in the head, and allegedly all this stuff here that you were saying. I can't go word for word what you said, but you know what you said. The shit was just foul. We gotta stop doing shit for shits and giggles. Now, if you're doing it for popularity to gain, don't disrespect nobody in that way unless they come at you that way. And even if they come at you that way, take an assessment of the situation and think about it. Is it really worth it for me doing this? But I think you got what you wanted. You did what you succeeded in what you wanted to do, Star. You just, I don't even know. This is the first time I ever seen your show and seen your face. I don't even know who the fuck you is. But from this point, you get no respect from me at all. Period. Now, I'm gonna pivot back over to the man in Florida that called the Breakfast Club and spit all that venom, and didn't take no ownership for his goddamn self. Be a man, bro. Wake the fuck up. You failed yourself. And that's my tea. Talk to you later. Remember, have some brunch and a cocktail to go along with it. Thank you for watching my show at brunch, and I'll talk to you guys later. See you on Friday.